traditional education and the evolving demands of the workforce. He joins us now on what educators and students need to do to adapt to changing technology. Good to have you with us. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you speak about the skills that are needed versus the skills that already exist and bridging that gap.
Yeah.
What do you believe are the skills of the future that perhaps conventional education is not capacitating the learners for?
Yeah, we start off with robotics being one, which is really being slowly implemented in schools' curricula. And we see that students are really getting left behind in terms of understanding how robotics work, programming. You know, right now we're in a part of time where there's ChatGPT, which is really making the waves. You know, students are using that a lot in terms of learning. So the curricula, the syllabus also has to catch up with that.
You talk about catch up, and it really is an issue of catch up.
Yeah.
What does one do in the interim? Because changing a curriculum is something that takes time. It's actually a process. But how do you plug the gap to ensure that while the administrative processes are taking place, there isn't this education and knowledge deficit?
Yeah, well, at Lion Tutoring, what we basically do is we allow students to be able to do robotics and programming as, you know, an extra subject. So even if they haven't registered for it at school, they're still able to learn how robots work, how programming works, how they can code, you know, and it goes as early as, you know, students who are 5 years, 6 years, they're able to program their Lego toys, they're able to have, you know, these third-party applications which allow them to have interaction with coding. So, you know, we've really, as the education system, we've really skipped that part where we could have added things like, you know, business. You know, right now there's a high unemployment, and there was really an opportunity of adding business studies, entrepreneurship at a young age. You know, we skipped that, and right now, you know, the next hype is on AI, robotics, you know, ChatGPT, and those are things that, you know, if we don't, you know, get up and are aware of them, we're going to find ourselves yet again being left behind.
Just today, COSATU was having its march. One of the main areas of concern, and it's an area of concern for all of South Africa really, is the very high unemployment rate.
Yep.
So we've got citizens looking for jobs. Do you believe that our focus as a country is really in the wrong place?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we be focusing elsewhere for the solutions that we actually need? Because ultimately it's an outcome we want, right?
Yeah. You know, the thing is with market dynamics, you can't really dictate as how the job market works. You know, if technologies like your AI are disrupting the job market, even if I come from university with a degree or a master's degree, I'm still not going to be able to get retained by the system because, you know, I'm not, you know, job ready, you know, or because my job has been redundant. I actually read a job redundancy study that says that 20% of the courses that are being studied now will be redundant in the next 5 years. Some of them, even as the students are in class now, they are being disrupted. You know, students are learning for skills which are being disrupted as we speak.
Can you give us an example of some of those?
Yeah,
courses?
many.
So if a student is perhaps listening and they've got this class tomorrow, maybe they can
Yeah.
quickly
Courses.
Maybe
I don't
courses.
Well, I don't recommend that because, you know, all skills are needed, but how do you position yourself? You know, talk about accountancy. Right now, there are many accounting platforms that allow, you know, your integration between your bank account to your accounting system. So when transactions take place, they already populate that. So imagine you are a bookkeeper for one of the organizations. You know, before you know it, they are going to take you off because, you know, your job is being redundant. You know, you talk about the legal space, you talk about, you know, even the guys who are taking cameras now. You know, nowadays you can simply program the cameras, they can be able to do the job without human intervention. And the other thing is they are more accurate, they don't go on leave, you know, so most of the jobs are being disrupted as we speak, but it's up to us to be able to know how to interact with AI behind it, you know, the systems behind it. That is the person who won't lose their job in this time of redundancy.
We're talking about a focus